$20. I'd be like, back in the day, that's a lot of money for me. I'd be like, dude, that's like every penny I have to spend on inventory. I can't do that. Right. It never hurts to ask and say, hey, look, I'll pay $1.50 more, but I only want to order 20 of these. Okay. And I'll pay for the shipping over to me. With wholesale, there's lots of wiggle room, guys. It's not as like complicated as it sounds. And like you said, if you're working with someone and they're like kind of becoming the nightmare provider, dude, I am the worst at that now. If somebody like causes me to have to do like double work on anything, it's like one and done. I just go, hey, thanks so much for the opportunity.
Moving
on.
Yep.
Yeah. There's just way too many people that can provide your service that for me to even sit here and contemplate, bending over backwards.
There really is no such thing as a minimum order quantity. It's just you haven't gotten creative enough yet in asking and positioning yourself and say, hey, listen, I'm going to run some serious keyword targeted ads on Amazon. And if this works out, I'm going to be buying every one of these that you have, but I'm not going to test with more than 10 right now. So it's your call. I can move to a competitor and get a similar product, but I think there's some potential here. Let me know. And all of a sudden, guess what? Magically, that MOQ, that minimum order quantity, changes from 1,000 to how many do you want? We'll send them free. It's just it never hurts to ask. It's just the same thing I tell people when they're out doing retail arbitrage, which is a beautiful model for newbies. We love it. Get out there, buy some stuff off the shelf and flip it. That's how newbies get started, inch deep, mile wide, right? Talk to the manager. Hey, I've got this cart full of stuff. I'm really wanting to grab it. It's quite a bit of money though. Anything you can do for me. If I grabbed all of these, I did this not too long ago. They had a bunch of printers on sale at a Walmart. And they're marked down from like 180 down to $40. And I went to the manager and said, hey, if I grab all 25 of these, what can you do for me? And you let them name a number first. Always let them name a number first. He marked them down to, I can't remember, it was 25 or he gave me $5 or $10 off each, all of them. So yeah, if you take them all. Do the same thing with minimum order quantities. It's like, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. I really want to sell a ton of these. I'm going to do some aggressive marketing. What can you guys do for me? Be as friendly as you can on this minimum order quantity thing. Help me out here. And whatever they come back with, you ask for a little bit more. Worst that can happen is they say no, and then you go from there.
Yep. That's great advice. And really, I think the main thing that I think, if one of my team members came up to me and said, Brett, I'd like to do wholesale, my next question would be, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, I'd go,
right.
Where's the gap? Like, what are we trying to fill? Where do we know something exists that we're going to buy wholesale? Because otherwise, my brain's been so shifted the other way now that if a team member came to me and said, Brett, I got it, we're going to do wholesale, I'd literally go, I don't even know what that means. I need you to show me where the gaps are that we're filling. Otherwise, there's no chance I'm even going to spend a moment looking at a catalog, and I don't want you looking at a catalog. I want you to tell me where those gaps are, and then if this wholesaler or multiple wholesalers can buy it, then or can provide it, then let's do it. Dude, I've walked the floors. I've done this jam. This is not a new territory for me. And it works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, kind of rolling the dice, picking from the catalog and hoping that it sells. It works sometimes. All we're trying to do is get it to a point where it works all the time, right? Like that's what we're trying to do.
I love it. I just had a visual image. I like to think in word pictures. Let me just paint a word picture and see what you think. Maybe you can improve on this one with me, Brett. But I'm envisioning, let's say you're standing out at a huge room that's got two doors, okay? And one door is marked products and the other door is marked shoppers, okay? And behind the product door is just tens of thousands of possible interesting products that you might sell. Behind the other door are people who shop like mad on Amazon. And my challenge to you as we stand in the hallway and you have to pick one of these two doors is you've got 1 week to figure out a really, really hot product. And you can only go into one of these two rooms. Which room are you going to go into?
Oh, dude, I'm going shoppers every single time.
And literally every other course out there